Welcome back YouTube, it's Everything Otaku Related here with a review and quick theories on the latest chapter of the Bleach Manga chapter 574. And this was a pretty exciting and cool chapter. We have, continuing on from last week's chapter with Zaraki Kenpachi is versing Sternritter V, the Visionary, Grimmy the Mo. I'm not 100% sure if I pronounced that correctly, but that's his name. Anyways, and yeah, we have Zaraki Kenpachi versing Sternritter V, and Sternritter V is like, in this chapter, we get to see a little bit of his personality and his persona, and a little bit more of his abilities and what he can do. His personality is a little bit cocky. He thinks he's probably the most powerful of all the Sternritters, and he's basically like to Kenpachi that, you know, he should be glad that he's able to fight him and such like that. And Kenpachi's just like, you know, who's this little brat, who's this little piece of shit think he is. And when Kenpachi rocks up, you have the 11th Division in the background just getting all excited and shit because Zaraki's finally here, and they're all like, yeah, Zaraki's come to kick asses and take names and things like that. And then they have a little bit of pause, the 11th Division, and they start wondering why if Zaraki Kenpachi has been fighting Grammy the V, the Visionary, the whole time, how come they weren't able to sense his Reiatsu? Which brings up the question, really, why weren't they able to sense his Reiatsu if he had been fighting Sternritter V that entire time? Is it possible now that Zaraki Kenpachi has the ability to mask, to hide his Reiatsu? Or was it an ability of Sternritter V that whilst he was inside of the dome, nobody can sense other people's Reiatsus? That's just a question to be answered later down the tracks. Also, we have, once the fight goes on, we have Sternritter V say to Kenpachi, I'm not going to be coy with you. I'm going to tell you straight from the bat. I'm not going to say anything like, I'm not going to raise one finger to fight you, because the truth is, I'm not even going to have to raise one finger. I'll gut you from head to toe just by using my imagination. And then Kenpachi just like, who the fuck do you think you are? I'll just fucking cut your head off. And then, yeah, basically, Kenpachi goes in for an attack, and then out of nowhere, just a bubble of water just appears and entraps Kenpachi, and Kenpachi is just like, what the fuck is happening? And then the V, he's basically like, I'm going to entrap you in a bubble of water, I'm going to trap you inside a crevice in the ground, and then fill up the crevice with water, and it doesn't matter how strong you are, you won't even be able to last an hour. And then the next second, Kenpachi just jumps out of the ground, slashes open the air, and he's basically like to the V, yo, you've got your panties in a bundle all of a sudden because you like underestimated me. And we also reveal something else about the V's power, how in the previous chapter, how he had turned all of Yaichiru's bones into cookies, and now that he is fighting Kenpachi, during that fight, Yaichiru's bones were still turned to cookies, but when Kenpachi launched his attack and then he put Sternritter V on the defensive, Yaichiru's bones turned back into normal bones. So it raises the theory that Grammy the V can only focus on an imagination as long as he's concentrating on it. So it's not like he sets the imagination and then it's set in stone. He has to continuously be thinking about that imagination, otherwise it will go away and then the original will happen, just like with Yaichiru's bones. So basically the entire time he was still thinking that Yaichiru's bones were cookies so that she would be incapacitated and unable to move. But then when Kenpachi put the V on the defensive, Yaichiru's bones turned back into normal bones, and then she was able to escape and allow Kenpachi and the V to continue their fight. So that raises another say flaw in the V's power, which makes him not as strong as he would think he would be. Whereas with Kenpachi, now that he has, say, been able to master his sword, he has 3 new techniques up his sleeve that the V is unknown of. He's got his Shikai, which we still haven't seen. He's also got his eye patch, which obviously we know when he takes it off, his Reiatsu increases tenfold. And then he's got his Bunkai, which we have no clue what the fuck it would be. I mean, his Bunkai would probably be something like Bloodlust or some shit that just increases his attack power by like 1,000. I was thinking probably something similar to Ichigo's initial Bunkai, But who knows, maybe it'll be something completely different to Ichigo's initial Bankai, or maybe it'll be similar. We do not know as of yet. And yeah, that's basically it for the manga chapter of Bleach 574. Just the battle continues on with Kenpachi and Grimmy the V. And it's a pretty overall good battle, I must say. I really can't wait for the next chapter. I really want to say how it turns out. Also really want to know what Kenpachi's Shikai and Bankai is, and I really want to see him take off the eye patch and just, you know, go apeshit in general and just make this out to be one hell of a fight. Or who knows, maybe he might go through the stages. Maybe he'll release his eye patch or release his Shikai first, and then he'll release his Shikai or eye patch depending on what he did previously, and then he'll go and release his Bankai and then finally defeat Grimmy the V. Because as we all know, Sternritters have two basic forms. They've got their like initial form, and then they've got like their ascended form or whatever it's called, and then their ascended form is like really ugly and really impure. That's why they don't like to go into it, but it's also really powerful. Anyways, guys, that was my Bleach review for the manga chapter 574. I hope you liked it. Leave any comments or theories or questions that you may have for me in the comment section below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.